Hey everybody, welcome to our second segment for our New Year's show here on Conestoga Hockey Talk. It's 2012, the world's probably going to end, so hold on to your socks. We're going to talk about hockey though right now and some recent comments made by the much maligned and much outspoken general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Brian Burke. Burke recently brought up some problems that he had with the game as far as, some Toronto repping going on here with my co-host Brant Booth. Burke was recently quoted as saying that he thinks it's a real problem that enforcers like Colton Orr that he sent down to the AHL are no longer needed in the game. Basically, Burke was quoted as saying, Brendan Shanahan needs a telephone receptionist in his house because of all this crap that's going on the ice. These guys that run around and elbow people in the head and hit people from behind, they don't drop their gloves, they never stand up for themselves, they never have to answer for any of that stuff in the game. They used to have to answer for that on the ice. Burke continued by saying, I wonder where we're going with it. That's the only lament I have on this. The fear that if we don't have guys like Colton Orr looking after each other, the rats will take this game over. You see guys that run around and start stuff and won't back it up, and it makes me sick to my stomach. That is what Burke said, and some pretty interesting comments. We've known Brian Burke is a big supporter of
a colorful guy.
Pro fighting. I'm right there with him. What do you think about his comments regarding guys like Colton Orr maybe not so much being needed in today's NHL landscape with all the skill and speed? What do you think about what he said? Is he right?
I think he is. You know, you look back to the old days of guys like Ty Domi and Bob Probert. Not so highly skilled, but yet they made their careers on protecting those star players. Now, if you look back to the situation with Crosby, if somebody was there to deal with it, you might not even see that hit happen, because as much as Steckel wants to say that it wasn't intentional, you never know the intent of the player.
That's right.
So if he had known going into that there could be consequences, that play may never have even happened.
That's true. That's a very good point, and I agree. I mean, yes, guys like Colton Orr may not, pound 10, 20 goals into the net every year, but you know what? The big argument is after hits happen and stuff, needless fights break out, everybody's against fighting right now because of head injuries. Well, you know what? If you take a look back into the game in the 80s and the 70s when it was in its golden age, you had guys like Dave the Hammer Schultz out there for Philadelphia, Bob Clark, different guys like that, prototypical guys who were feared on the ice, and guys weren't running around nailing Bob Clark from behind.
And you look at Gretzky, he always had protection. Marty McSorley. Mark Messier. You think anybody's going to screw with the great one when you got Mark Messier barking down your tree?
Exactly.
No, not a chance.
Yeah, nobody was too keen on going after guys back then. Bobby Orr had Phil Esposito there to protect him. I mean, and yeah, Gretzky. No one's hitting. Gretzky never got hit from behind his whole career because nobody wanted Marty McSorley breathing down your neck. Absolutely not. So I do think these guys still have a place in the game. I think that if they let the players police the game a little more and protect each other, there would be a lot less of this going on instead of Shanahan overworking the phones. He has a hearing every other day, it seems now, handing out
Marchand, most recent, just got 5 games.
Most recent, 5 games. Who knows if he would have done that if maybe Bieksa would have been able to go over and stand up. If there's intimidation out there, maybe it cuts down on some of the crap that Burke referred to. That's it for our second segment right now on Conestoga Hockey Talk. Please stay tuned for other segments. Ryan Drury, Brant Booth, see you later.